It's the Whole Handmade channel on TVU. My name's James Steinhubel and our host, Vanessa Antoniuk. How are you doing today, Vanessa?
I'm great, James. How are you?
Very well, very well. Another great show. What's in store?
So today we have Krista and Meagan with Lumberjill Apparel, and we have Susan with Modish Metal Art.
Excellent. Well, let's get right at it. Let's meet Meagan and Krista and tell us about your business.
Hey, so I'm Meagan. This is Krista. We're Lumberjill Apparel. So we are a women's outdoor apparel line. And we believe that women should be comfortable, warm, and stylish. The trifecta we refer to it as. So we keep that in mind when we design all of our items. So we have our Rendell Wraps, which we're wearing right now. And we have coats, blanket, scarves. Everything's got the plaid look to it. We use super high quality fabrics. And we're locally and ethically made. So all of our products are made right here in Edmonton. Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And yourself, Susan?
I am from Modish Metal Art, and I make custom art for mostly the exterior of the home. And it's quite functional art. It's all made out of solid aluminum. I was an interior designer at one time, and then I became an oil field machinist. So you can see how the two have married each other. And I work from home, look after kids, and sell online and do markets.
That's fantastic. You know, I'm going to pull up your website, so I'll let them populate behind the screen here. But I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start with Lumberjill Apparel. So when you see your website there, tell me what we're looking at, and we can start to have a visit. Should be able to see it pretty quick here. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you got a good slider going there. So here's your product. So what's your first offerings here? What can you tell us?
Well, this is actually our new old release. I guess we released it a little bit a while ago. We like to do kind of some different colors. So this is our night sky. It's being scooped up super fast. People are loving it.
We're getting your.
Oh, there's our mailing list. Yeah,
Sign up for that.
Sign up for that.
Hold on. Let's put it in. That's awesome. I didn't see that the first time I came around. So
yeah.
Okay.
I would have joined. Maybe your metadata would.
Awesome. Thanks.
So, that's great.
We promise we won't bombard you with spam.
No, please do. Then I don't feel so bad sending it back. Okay, so there it is.
Yeah. So this is our new-ish release, our night sky print. So just a beautiful print that is reminiscent, we think, of Northern Lights and just sitting under vast Canadian skies while we're living our life outside. So these are all our products. The first one you see there is our full-size Rendell Wrap. The second product you see in the field is our mini-size Rendell Wrap. We have a blanket scarf, and we have a scrunchie. We released our scrunchies because we don't want to leave any scraps behind. So our scrunchies are actually made out of a portion that we cut out to make our blanket. So just trying to be as economical as we can with all of our fabric consumption and leaving as much fabric out of the landfills as we can.
It's very interesting, the look. Now, what's the pattern called? I've seen it my whole life. What is it called?
Well, the classic red would be a red buffalo plaid, and then the other ones are just plaid,
Yeah,
I guess.
Plaids.
And they're a nice high quality flannel. So we did tons and tons of testing to find the highest quality that we could, and we truly believe we've found the best quality.
And I don't know you well enough, and I can't see well. Are you in these pics as well? So is this you, or you have you had models do it for you?
Yeah, we've got models.
A lot of family and friends, and we do a few shout outs, so we meet some really cool people along the way too. Krista is actually in the field picture. That's Krista, the back of Krista's head.
And that, you know, when I looked at it, that's the first thing I thought about, is sitting around the fire, or, you know, spring or fall, and there you have it. So you've grabbed it.
I love these. These look great.
Yeah. And what makes our product particularly unique is our Rendell Wraps. Actually, they're not just a rectangle blanket. So you can kind of see they've got a scoop cut out. So they are really nice. Wearable, hands still can be functional while staying warm, easy to stand up in. So it's not quite like your traditional blanket.
So your equipment that you use and stuff, you're in how many times have you upgraded since you started your business?
Our equipment?
Your sewing machines and everything.
Oh. Well, we started out we were sewing everything ourselves, and then our demand just got crazy. So we had to bring in some more people into our team. So that's where we have a local home seamstress. We have a coat that is manufactured at a factory in Edmonton. So that one's a huge beast to tackle. So we definitely needed the experts to come in with their professional grade machines.
That's so good.
The Meagan coat?
Yeah, it's the Meagan coat, and all of our products are named after special places in Alberta.
So Meagan Canyon,
Rendell Mission at Pigeon Lake. That's kind of where the birthplace of Lumberjill Apparel was.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how you're expanding your production, but you're also outsourcing. You're doing design and you're marketing.
For two girls with no background in apparel, we're doing pretty good.
Well, just people, right? Like, and they're out there doing it, and you got a great look, you got a great website, and you're including the people that you know on your team. It's good.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna share screen here and go over to your page. I just want to let it load first here. I should have been doing that while I was visiting, but I can't see the screen while I'm doing that, and I wanted to be part of the visit. So, okay, here we go. Let's share that. Tell me when you see it. This again is another very interesting. Let your slider catch up to us. Okay, here we are. Tell us what we're seeing.
Okay, well, you're looking at doorbells, mailboxes, house numbers, key holders, and some garden art. And I started out really small on a little benchtop milling machine, and I've recently upgraded. And everything's made out of solid aluminum with bright, colorful resins or paint on a CNC milling machine or router table. Depends on
what I was going to say. By the look of that exhaust, I'm saying that's a nice upgrade to a nice CNC. So that's
yeah, definitely had to upgrade the power in what I call the shop. It's a garage, and I took over. My husband gets the middle. I get all the outside.
Isn't that interesting? That's so good. And you know what struck me was your background. You were machine shop, and what you said, two things that were kind of cool.
I was an interior designer, and I did that until I was about 25. And then business was booming in the oil field, and I live right near Nisku. So I decided to start machining, and I got my journeyman ticket in that, and I've been doing that for about 15 years now. And I used to make pump jacks for Weatherford until about 2015.
And so it's interesting that when you learned and had access to all that equipment, that your art came through. Like you can't
for
smother
sure.
art, and so it's so good. It's so good. And then I can see the design quality. You know, so your interior design training wasn't necessarily for material, but you understand how it will fit, right?
Well, exactly, and what a client might want. And I probably have over 100 designs online now because my customers keep asking for something new, and I love doing custom work too. And so on my social media, you'll see a lot of different ideas for customization for your own home to make it unique to yourself.
I love the colors, like with the metal background, especially when you see them in person. The colors just really stand out on the aluminum.
Yeah, they definitely pop. But I'm using a resin that's made in Manitoba. The one thing I don't make is the mailbox units, the black units, but they're made just down the road at a manufacturing place by Wetaskiwin. My packaging for my doorbells is made down the road in Kavanaugh at Incubate Packaging. So it's really great to support local companies as well.
Well, and not only that, but that you're aware enough to use what's at hand, what's close to you, right? So it's easy to keep your product in production. And if there's a problem, you can get to it, right? It's not like it's, you know, not I'm saying putting down the other shops that are a long way away, but it's good that you've done that. So it's
oh, for sure. It's nice to drive down the road and see them in person and talk to them about what you want instead of through email and everything else.
I really, it's interesting and encouraging to see how you've taken the industrial skill and let your art come through. I just wanted to touch on that again. Let's go into the product round. Let's talk to Meagan and Krista again, and let's see what you've got. You can show us there. You're wearing your fashion, so we can see that.
Yeah, so it's kind of a chilly, cold, rainy day, so we thought we'd throw on some of our Rendell Wraps. Krista's wearing the full-size Rendell Wrap, so it's nice and big and all-encompassing and just a big blanket hug.
Nice.
And I'm wearing the mini, so it's a bit smaller, but it's good for like back when we actually worked in offices and such, like cold offices and where you don't want all the bulk.
Yeah, we've got these two reversible stretchy beanies. So for the black lover, we've got that with red. We've got those in white. We've got our scrunchies, again, to maximize our fabric usage. And we also sell blanket scarves.
So good.
And then our biggest thing is our coat. So this is our coat, like a beautiful lined coat that's made here in Edmonton. It's got a Sherpa lining and beautiful fleece shell or flannel shell and just lots of really cool details. You have to kind of see it in person to really appreciate it. But
so when you designed your jacket and you realized that yes, you wanted this on your product line, but this is way too much time intensive for us to do it on our equipment. How did you feel to step forward and look for outsourcing? Like what kind of feeling?
Well, it was we needed to.
So really. We knew we had to, because that coat, so we always joke that we could never find it, so we had to make it. And then we realized why it hasn't been made, because it's so complicated. Yes. I don't think anyone, like any big box stores, are willing to take on that level of detail. There's every feature that we ever wanted in a coat in it. So we knew we were going to have to outsource. We didn't know. We spent lots of time in Calgary looking at factories, and we landed here in Edmonton. And yeah, it's 44 pieces all together. So it's quite complicated design. So that was way beyond our skill. Ever.
It's very brave, but it also
what a great idea.
Sharpness, right? You know, a focus, but also takes courage. Okay,
yeah.
Let's take a look, Susan. What do you got there?
Okay, well, the doorbells. There's quite a few designs online. You pick your finish on the metal and your resin color. I even do my rendition of the camera doorbell.
That's cute.
One thing that's quite useful. Again, it's functional art, is a key holder. They're magnetic, hold a ton of keys, quite a few different designs there. Your magnets are embedded in the back, so it's 2 machining processes, front and back. Those are kind of fun. Host numbers, I do lots of custom host numbers, but I do have 3 different fonts online, and then you pick your finish and your color for the resin. And garden art, lots of garden art. Those are fun. Everything's made out of aluminum, will not rust, will last forever. UV protected resin as well. And the mailboxes you see in the back, they're very heavy duty, last for a long time. They're actually powder coated as well. The actual mailboxes, because they're made out of galvanized steel. And I do magnets. If you've seen me at a show before, you know all about that. One day I'll get them online. I have quite a few different new ones, fun ones. They're heavy duty. They're quite thick. Anybody know what that is?
I do.
I do curling rocks too. Those are quite popular. Plus I do Christmas ornaments at Christmas and snowbird stomp pads. Sell them locally as well.
Tons of questions. I'm glad that you took the time to show, because I thought that you were cutting right through, right? So
I know a milling machine cuts to different depths, where most people are used to a water jet or a laser jet, and that cuts right through. But I pocket it out, so then you can put the paint or the colors in there that stay.
And then the colors on them.
Yes, the resins I syringe into the actual the pockets that I machine out. I do use some kind of paint as well in the mailboxes. If you want to see the whole process, it's on my Facebook page or YouTube channel.
It
and
is.
You can see a whole artisan video of how it's done.
Share it in the chat here, because that's how we stream, is off YouTube content. So when vendors create content, Vanessa, can get it to me, and I can get it on the channel.
Yeah, we can put that on there, because it would be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of content we want from all of you. Like, that's why I was sort of wondering about the sewing machines and stuff with Lumberjill. But the last question, I want to see, just show it to me a little slower. Hold it up, the packaging. When you
the packaging, yes.
That is so good.
Okay, so this took about a year to create. I was using generic packaging at first. This packaging also has French on it for retail purposes. And I have a graphic designer friend who's awesome too. So everything is made out of paper.
Is that me?
And so it comes, everything has come flat, and I fold it to what it needs to be. There's your instructions, your extra doorbell button, and then it's all just kind of fastened in there. And I have 2 different sizes of packaging. So this would be the tall, and that would be the wider ones. And yeah, local company, so thrilled.
Yes, and you know what is, because buying is an experience. That's why the Holy Handmade market and the live market is going to be so powerful and so successful, because it adds to that experience. But in each product, there's an experience too. And I'm interested, and I see what you're both doing is so good. But I thank you for taking that extra time. Vanessa.
Yes.
Episode 13's come to an end. What do you got to say?
Well, I think this was the last one before the market. Tomorrow we'll be showcasing a few of the businesses that couldn't attend the interviews. So it'll just be you and I tomorrow. But I think it was great to get to know all the vendors and see what they sell and how they created. And yeah, looking forward to doing more down the road.
Yes, awesome. And yourself, Meagan and Krista, how'd you like the experience?
Awesome. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, we're really missing out on, like, markets are a really good way for us for people to feel our products. We kind of feel like that's the best showcase for us, is just like see the quality and feel them. So this is kind of the next best thing, and just getting our name out there and introducing ourselves and our products.
More fashion shows with your wonderful models. That would be great.
Yeah.
And Susan, how about yourself? Did you enjoy the experience?
Oh, yes, but I definitely missed the markets, working from home and selling online. And it's nice to talk to my customers. And then you really get a good appreciation for why you're doing this.
Yeah.
You get such good feedback, and people are just wonderful. It's nice to get out.
On other channels, we have the music channel, and a lot of that's connected with Radio U, which your ads are going to be on. So radiou.ca/Strathcona. They use the different lives like Zoom and Facebook. And yes, it's not 400 people, but they're getting 60, 80 people. So, use the media. That's the Holy Handmade channel on TVU with our host, Vanessa, Antoniuk, and me, James Samuel. Bye.
Thank you.